Today we come to the 31st Psalm, and this Psalm is beautiful, of course, as are all of the Psalms, the language and the imagery, the picture. And the psalmist, as he begins in verse number 1 of Psalm 31, says, "In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness." And we've seen this before. The psalmist goes back and forth. He goes from a declaration of, God, I'm committed to you. God, I trust you. God, my confidence is in you. And then kind of goes back to where a lot of us live. God, please don't let me be ashamed. Please do what you say you're going to do. He goes back and forth. I think a lot of us understand what this means and what this looks like. He works through this entire chapter and he continues to address or recommit himself to following the Lord and pursuing the Lord. And we need to have moments like that as well, of course. But he does it with a hint, a small amount, perhaps, of not doubt, but uncertainty. He's confident in God, he trusts God, but he's not exactly sure how God is going to do all that God says he's going to do. And as if he's encouraging himself, he talks about God's greatness, he talks about who God is. He mentions the enemies and the others who come up against him, but then he redeclares, God, I'm going to trust you for this. I think in all of this, we see a great picture of faith. We've talked about this a little bit in the past. Great picture of faith. God, I don't know how it's all going to work out. The human part of me is not quite sure, but I'm making a decision to put my faith, my confidence, my hope in you. That's what this is about. And then we come to verse number 24, the final verse of this chapter. It's a great chapter. Read all of the verses. Verse 24 says this, "Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord." I like this because it starts off with, "In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust." He talks about all the things that God is to him and how God will work in his life and the enemies he's dealing with and how God is going to address that and approach that. And after all of that confidence and doubt and the faith mixed with a little bit of fear, he comes to the other side of this, and it's as if he steps back. He looks at an audience that's gathered. I don't think it's a real audience, but in his mind maybe. He knows that there will be people who are reading this, and what does he say? Be of good courage. He has encouraged himself in the Lord, reminding himself of how great God is and how powerful God is and what God has done in the past. And being encouraged himself, he looks to others and says, hey, be of good courage. Stand up. Do the right thing. Move forward even when you're not quite sure how it's all going to work out. That's why courage is necessary, because there's not a great deal of confidence in the outcome. You don't know how it's going to work out, but you're going to do the right thing anyhow. That's courage. Be of good courage. Do the right thing. What? And he shall strengthen your heart. He'll give you the heart strength, the mental, emotional, and spiritual strength you need to keep moving forward. When the world around you may declare as loud as it can, it's easier to just stay where you are, to quit, to give up. And yet he says, no, God is worthy of praise. God has demonstrated his strength, his provision, his victory over our enemies. He's worthy, so be courageous. Stand, do the right thing for the right reason. Trust God, even when you don't know how it will all work out, and he will strengthen your heart. What a wonderful encouragement to us today. Those times when we're not exactly sure, be courageous, stand strong, and as we move forward, trusting God, he will strengthen our heart. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow for another Mighty Oaks Daily Devotional. For more information about the Mighty Oaks Foundation and the work that we do for veterans, active duty service members, and first responders, please visit mightyoaksprograms.org.